Grand Rising, dear family. You know what, for this video here, I'm going to actually give a warning and a disclaimer. Don't watch it. I'll give you a second to click off. Okay. So now, what am I about to talk about in this video? First off, know this. Even though I say in reality what my information that I'm revealing to you all is all about peace pals and love bombs and unity spells and advancement traps. I say all those things, right? But then that peace pal part, the peace pals, right? Meaning the revelations. That's just as many different names. One method of operation reveal something to you that you did not previously know about, that will in turn cause your spirits or your source of all moral authority to take over your mind versus the source of all immoral authority taking over your mind. So yeah, all of my content is strictly designed to prevent the devil from being able to control humanity ever again. That's what all of my content is for. Just keep that in mind. But here's the thing though. They're peace pals, meaning revelations, right? Like big revelations that'll just be like, wow, that didn't make sense at first, but I didn't think about that, or whatever, you know. How you get shocked and how you get surprised. Nothing surprises me anymore. So I'm never going to ask you for forgiveness. I don't really want it. Nor am I ever going to forgive you all ever again. Just know that. Yeah, I don't forgive ever. I don't forgive people. Want to know why? Because I want you to do better. Don't be sorry. Be better. So, although I am telling you all that these are peace pals and whatnot, remember, I am still attacking you with this information. I'm still attacking you. It's all still an attack. Don't forget that part. I'm not saying this to make friends. I'm not revealing this information for followers or likes or subscriptions. Most of the video quality is horrible anyways. Most people don't even want to watch these videos, and I honestly do not blame them at all. I do, but I don't simultaneously. So it's like, don't forget. All of this is attacking. I'm still attacking you, even though they're peace pals, and I'm telling you what they actually are and things of that nature. Let's never forget, this is still an attack. I am still attacking you with all of this knowledge and information. It's just going to bring about the results of something magnificent once it actually makes sense as to why I'm actually doing it. You follow what I'm saying? But don't ever forget, this is still an attack. I'm still attacking you here. Moving forward. So listen at your own discretion. So for this video right here, I want to talk about three things. The first thing, the absolute truth of what ego is. That's the first thing I want to talk about. Like I said, there's going to be some things you might not want to hear. On why is it so dark? Because it's extremely early. I just got off of work like a moment ago. And I just immediately wanted to jump online and just tell you these. Yeah, I work an overnight job, so. But at any rate, three things I want to talk about. The first thing is what the absolute truth of ego is. That's the first thing I want to talk about. The second thing I want to talk about is the sixth dimensional thinking mind. I want to give some full details on the sixth dimensional thinking mind. That's the next thing I want to talk about. And the third and final thing I want to talk about is the Star of David, or the Merkaba. The full truth behind that. The full truth behind the Merkaba. And then once I actually finish, once I align all three topics together, I'm going to combine them all. And then I'm going to throw some extra in there, a fourth thing extra in there. And what is the fourth extra thing I'm going to throw in there? The fourth extra thing I want to throw in this conversation, or in this here video, is as many of the third eye chakra aspects that I learned of, like meaning the seven planes of existence, the seven planes of nature, the seven aura bodies, the seven subtle bodies. I just want to name the things. I just want to name them in this video. All the ones that go to the third eye chakra. All the things that go to the third eye chakra. That's pretty much what this video is going to be about. Like a full honest to God view of what the sixth dimensional thinking mind is. That's what this video is really going to be about. But the thing is, the sixth dimensional thinking mind, or the 6D, or the 6DTM, why don't I really want to talk about the focus of it too much? Because it's a very angry mind to be in. It's a very angry state of mind to honestly to communicate in. It really is, because it sees literally everything. It's about 6 directions you can see in, and it sees every portion of them. And the thing is, it can come off as a very aggressive, unsettling state of mind. Reason why: to prevent any and all forms of negativity from getting in. Stop it all from getting a chance to even face your physical form. And due to the world being shrouded in the idea of, hey man, whatever you wish to do that involves you being good and or safe and or happy and or comfortable, forget about it. Be vulnerable at all times so these nightmares can keep plaguing your reality. That's what this world tells you. At least that's how I see it. Because we live on an artificial infrastructure where everybody grew up, every single aspect of humanity, or every single aspect of the sapient race grew up in a situation they were not supposed to grow up in at all. You follow what I'm saying? So yeah, those 3 things though, and the 4th one, if I can remember the 4th one, but the first 3 things, I definitely want to get those out here. So here's the first thing: ego. Here's a quote. I just made it up myself, actually, while I was working, just thinking about what I'm going to tell you next. Because I have so many things, so many infinite things to tell you. So here's the thing about ego. If anyone sees and or if anyone feels like ego is a detriment to spirit, they are evil. Why do I say that? Or maybe not evil. Well, yeah, evil in a sense, but maybe just more so ignorant or nescient. Stupid. What does the word stupid, nescient, and or ignorant mean? All 3 have the same meaning: lack of knowledge, meaning low character states. That's what it means when you are stupid and or nescient and or ignorant. Once again though, if anyone feels ego is a detriment to the spiritual nature, they're evil. Why do I say that? Why is it a reality that anyone who views ego to be a detriment, as a detriment or as a detrimental spiritual aspect? That's how I want to say it. Yeah, anyone who views or anyone who feels like ego is a detrimental spiritual aspect. That meaning like a whatever, like if you think ego is a problem for spirit, you're evil or just ignorant, flat out ignorant. Why do I say that? Because remember, all of the words that we have to use for each other, all of the words we are using, every single word we use to communicate with each other, no matter where you are on this planet, and no matter what language you speak in within the 7,139 languages that this artificial infrastructure already knows about, meaning like it's almost like it handled you each language. You follow what I'm saying? Like the artificial infrastructure gave you all of your languages, all of them. So it's like no matter which word that comes from this artificial infrastructure, you need to know the literal meaning of it. Not the metaphorical meaning with the one that you feel like what it means. Stop looking at ego for what you feel like it means. You follow what I'm saying? Look at the word for what it literally means. This is the first thing I want to talk about, the true meaning of ego. Anyone who finds or anyone who feels like ego is a detrimental aspect of spirit is either extremely ignorant, stupid, or evil, period. You're only one of those 3 things, really bad. Why do I say that? Because what is the literal meaning of ego? And now remember, every word that we have, that we use to communicate with each other, No matter which language you are speaking in within the 7,139 languages known to the world today, no matter where you are on this planet using the words you are using, they all came from this artificial infrastructure. Therefore, knowing the literal meaning of each word that comes from this artificial infrastructure, especially words like ego, will be seriously important for you to know. So check this out. The word ego, a definition for it, is a sense of self-importance. A sense of self-importance. A sense. Yeah, what is a sense? A mental faculty. So a mental faculty of self-importance. That's what ego literally defines as, a mental faculty of self-importance. What is wrong with having a mental faculty of self-importance? And why am I just mentioning this out of nowhere? Now remember, the world does not want you, as a black man especially, to be good at any portion of your life at all. They'll say things like your ego is getting in the way if you get a sense that you should be living something differently, living in a way different than suffering. You follow what I'm saying? Here, let me see if I can give you a more lighter explanation. Like I said, anything involving the 6D-DTM or the 6D mind, anything involving that thought process, it gets really, really like dark so fast because the world is so full of abomination. You follow what I'm saying? The world is just full of abominations. Even in our like most nearby close-knit life, the world is just so full of abomination. But here, ego is a sense of self-importance. So now notice this right quick. When you're having a talk with someone and you're trying to manipulate them into believing they should have horrible things in their lives. Notice when the black man you're targeting with your BS, notice when he begins to tell you in so many ways how what you're saying does not need to be in my life at all. Notice how the first thing that comes out of your foul mouth is, oh, that's just your ego getting in the way. So you meaning my sense of self-importance is getting in the way? You see this? Do you hear how it sounds now? So you mean to tell me my sense of self-importance is getting in the way of what you feel like I should have in my life? That's what's going on here. You follow what I'm saying? Remember, everything about, you know what, here's the thing. Everything about ego naturally is good for you. All of it is. So if anyone has anything to say about ego at any time, they are either evil, ignorant, or extremely stupid and have no idea what they're talking about when they speak on ego. You know another definition of the word ego? A part of the mind responsible for reality testing. So meaning ego is a part of the mind which keeps your mind attached to your body. In a sense, literally. Ego is nothing bad at all. It's just everybody outside of you who wants black men to suffer till death every day of their lives. They will all just sit there and say ego is bad. They'll just attack it for no reason at all. They'll just attack the ego for no reason at all. No reason. You see. So yeah, that's the first thing right there I want to tell you about. Anyone who still feels like ego, especially after knowing what it literally is and hearing all those examples, anyone who feels like ego is a detrimental aspect of spirit, you are extremely stupid, nescient, and or just flat out evil. Time to raise your spiritual vibration. Time to raise it all the way up. Here, next thing, the second thing, the 6D, the 6DTM, the 6-dimensional thinking mind. Here's more details on it. It's the ability to see in these 6 directions. I would consider them 8 directions, but then that would be tapping into the 8-dimensional thinking mind space, or thinking mind. You follow me? But the 6-dimensional thinking mind. So check this phrase out. As above, 1. So below, 2. As within, 3. So throughout, 4. And knowledge of good, 5. And knowledge of evil, 6. You see. As above, 1. So below, 2. internal, 3, external, 4, knowledge of good, 5, and knowledge of evil, 6. All 6 of those things right there. Take that idea and play with it a little bit. Top, 1, bottom, 2, in, 3, out, 4, left, evil, right, good, 6. 6 angles right there, you see. Now, what's an example of seeing above? Seeing who and or what the true Most High God is and who is at the highest pinnacle of everything, the Supreme Being. That's an example of seeing what's above. What's an example of seeing below? Who's the true most low devil? That's an example of seeing who's below, meaning like what's really responsible for all of the problems of the world today. That's just one aspect, one example. I'm just giving you examples of what a six-dimensional thinking mind is. Just give you examples of it. So here's the third one. Within, internal. The third one, who and or what you are, knowledge of it. All of this is knowledge and awareness of certain things. Then the fourth dimensional, or then the fourth vision within the 6 DTM. External. So the internal vision, then the external vision. So through it, so within and so throughout, right? How to see and or how to tap into the 6 DTM. As within, so throughout. The second one, or internal, external vision. Or knowledge and or information in regards to how to see internally, or how to look in the internal and see what's inside, like emotions, things of that nature, and the mastery of emotions. That's what the 6D DTM gives you. A tap into the 6D DTM internally gives you mastery of emotions. Externally gives you a master of your situation, your surroundings. That's external. It's 6 angles. It's 6 angles. Watch this. And then you got, after the internal, external, you got left and right. The left and right angles, or the knowledge of good and the knowledge of evil, or the knowledge of evil and the knowledge of good. Left is evil, right is good. Left is evil, right is good. So the knowledge of good and evil. That's also a part of the 6 DTM's capabilities. To be able to see completely what is good, to see completely what is right. Or to see completely what is wrong and see completely what is right. That's an example of a 6-dimensional thinking mind, to be able to see these things at their root, their core, what makes each one of them which one they are. And then also the barrier of the 6-dimensional thinking mind. This is the second thing I wanted to tell you about. The 6-dimensional thinking mind gives you the ability to perceive in all 6 of those directions, as above, so below, as within, so throughout, and the knowledge of good and evil. It allows you to see all 6 of them. You, meaning you inside of the 6-dimensional thinking mind, you see. So you could consider it a 7-dimensional thinking mind as well, due to you being the one with the perception, you being the one who can see in the 6 directions. That's the second thing I wanted to tell you about. The ability to see in the 6 directions. That's what the 6-dimensional thinking mind is. The ability to see in the following 6 directions. The most high, the most low, the internal, the external, the good, and the evil. 6 directions. That's what the 6 DTM gives you. And now the final thing I want to tell you about. That was the second thing right there. The final thing I want to tell you about. The Merkaba. Or the Star of David. Or that Jewish double triangle symbol, or the GDs, the Gangster Disciples double triangle symbol. It's a lot of things, that star there. The Star of David is in a lot of things. You'll see the Star of David in a lot of things. So why do I want to combine the Star of David with everything I'm telling you about so far? Remember, ego, sense of self-importance. That's the first thing. The second thing, 6 DTM, the 6-dimensional thinking mind. How to see in 6 specific directions. You are seeing in those specific directions. As in the 7th part, you in there, you see. And then, if you want to go a step even further, there's 2 more directions on top of that you can see. Well, then again, forwards and backwards. What's directly in front and what's directly behind. You can add those angles to this parable as well. Now, most of this information is out here about us. It's all in parable form. It's all in the form of metaphors or something, things of that nature. I mean, it's 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 literal and metaphorical simultaneously, all of the information out here, because it's all a lie and a truth concomitantly. It's all a problem and a solution concomitantly. It's all a yes and a no concomitantly. It's all mixed up and confusing. And I know why it is now. I know why it is now. For the sole purpose of keeping us bound to this world for a second or two longer. Meaning a world that wants to lead us to death, and death only. Don't want you to get out of the trap. It doesn't want you to. That's your ego getting in the way right there. That's your ego getting in the way. I don't want you out of this trap. We need you to walk to your demise. Stop trying to get out of your demise. That's your own sense of self-importance getting in the way if you want to get out of walking towards your demise, you see. Stop trying to get out of walking towards your demise. Stay in line, right? Stay in line, right? Stop trying to get out of line, right? Here. This is why I don't tap too much into the 6D, because it gets... But it's necessary, though. It's like a necessary evil, huh? Yeah, no. Don't worry. I'm going to bring it. But here. Now I'm about to combine all three of them. Now, that Merkaba, though, or the Star of David, or the GD symbol, or the Jewish symbol, or the Israeli flag symbol, it's still the same double triangle. It's just two triangles, one triangle pointing upwards and one triangle pointing downwards, stacked on top of each other. That's all it is. It makes 6 points. 6 points, you see? Like the six-dimensional thinking mind that keeps all evil out in every angle, even in front of you and in behind you. It keeps all evil out. Like no matter which way evil tries to get in, it's going to run into one of those Merkaba spikes. That's what I call them. Now, you can say it however you want. You can look at it however you want to. You can label and describe how you see it or understand it however you want to. The way I see the Merkaba is a spiritual ride that I will hop inside of. And when I'm inside this Merkaba and or Star of David, oh yeah, I see the Merkaba and the Star of David and the Jewish symbol and the GD symbol all is the same thing. It's just two triangles stacked on top of each other, just like the heart chakra is. The heart chakra also has a symbol with two stars stacked on top of it, two triangles stacked on top of each other. That's all it is two triangles stacked on top of each other. One triangle pointing upwards and one triangle pointing downwards. Yet when you place them together, it symbolizes how it's defending your spiritual self in every direction from all evil things that may try to come in after it. It's about 6 directions that evil will try to come in. And once you within the 6-dimensional thinking mind are able to see in all 6 directions, meaning as above, so below, what is the most high? Who is the most low? Internal, external. What's happening with your emotions, into your natural instinctive state of mind, and what's going on in your situation? How the knowledge of good and evil, and or who's bad and or who's good, period. Principles, morals, etc., you see. Once you have full awareness of your 6-dimensional thinking mind and how it works, this is what you will have the abilities to perceive, you see. And if you have a full access to your ego's capabilities, meaning your own sense of self-importance, physically you will be able to stop any form of evil from getting in to attack you. So in other words, ego is spiritual defense, period. Ego is spiritual defense, period. And you want to know what ego looks like when you have a full tap into it? The Merkaba symbol. That 6-angled star, which in reality is just 2 triangles stacked on top of each other, that is ready to stab at evil that tries to come in at any direction unto thine body. And how will it play out physically? Physically, it'll play out as you with the perception to see in all 6 directions to be able to prevent any form of what the heck from getting in to attack you. Believe whatever you want, though, my dear family. All right, time for the 4th thing. Okay, so the 4th thing, I believe I actually remembered it then. So, real quick, I just want to say the names of each one. So, in the 7 subtle bodies, the 6... First off, here, take these words right quick. We know that there are 7 chakras, right? 7 major chakras. But then once you do more research, you'll find out that each of the 7 major chakras are just one out of a 16-dimension style chakra. Meaning like each one chakra in actuality is 16 chakras in total. meaning like the third eye chakra in itself, like the third eye chakra by itself, that one chakra in reality is 16 chakras. It's not just one chakra, it's 16 of them. Or you can see it this way. It's one chakra with 15 more chakras attached to it. You see what I'm saying? Now watch this. The third eye chakra, it has an element. And that element just so happens to be one of the other 15 aspects. I've done more research. Yes, it's one of the other 15 aspects. It only makes sense. It only makes sense. The third eye chakra, one of the other 15 elements that it has, it is the literal sun in the sky, the light, meaning one of the third eye chakra's aspects is light, or its element. One of the third eye chakra's aspects is an element, and it is light. That's what I'm trying to tell you. One of the third eye chakra's aspects is an element. What is an aspect? A feature. A feature of something, meaning a detail of something, meaning a constituent of something, meaning something that's a part and or a piece of something. The sun in the sky, the literal sun, the literal light in the sky is a piece and or aspect of the third eye chakra itself. It just is, brother. Do your research. And sister, do your research. Hey, man, we didn't make it this way. The Most High God did. It's just also a lot of information out here that labels and describes how he did it or how it did it. Because me personally, I don't like to consider God with a gender. I don't like to consider the spirit soul to have gender. But that's just non-dimensional. Those are non-dimensional thoughts, though. The genderless idea of the spirit soul, the genderless ideas of spirit soul, those are non-dimensional thoughts. But here, I'm going to stick with the 6DTM for right now. So more aspects. So another aspect of the third eye chakra, that's one of them. Another one is its mental faculty sense. Yeah, the third eye chakra also has a mental faculty, which is another aspect of the chakra out of the 15. I just get the sense that these are the more aspects. I just get the sense that they are. And the third eye chakra's aspect of the mental faculty sense, it's a sense, a mental faculty. And then when I look at the actual definition of the word ego, if you see where I'm going with this, if you see where my energy is going with this, if you see how I'm using my energy go in this. Long story short, ego is a literal aspect of the third eye chakra in itself. Who wants some of this knowledge? You want a piece of this knowledge? Come get you some. I love you so much, you'll never see your brethren as an enemy again. Who wants some of this? Yeah, ego is a literal aspect of the third eye chakra, just like the sun in the sky. The literal sun in the sky is another aspect of the third eye chakra. So that's two right there. Boom, in your face. I got more. So yeah, there's two aspects of the third eye chakra right there. The ego being the sixth sense. Yeah, the ego is the sixth sense. Your sense of self-importance is your sixth sense right there. Yeah, take all of that. Ego is the sixth sense. Part of the mind. Do your research on what the word literally means. Hey, I really love you. Just letting you know why I do. But here, yeah, ego is the sixth sense. Ego, literally. Ego is the sixth sense, literally. And ego is, if you look at it more physically, it'll look like that Merkaba or that Star of David symbol or sign. Yeah. Stopping all evil from getting in every direction. Oh no, that's just your ego getting in the way. Your ego getting in the way. Whatever. My ego is protecting me spiritually. That's my spiritual defense right there. Yeah, ego is spiritual defense. Ego is an aspect of the third eye chakra, just like the other things I'm getting ready to list off out of 15. Ego is one of the third eye chakra aspects out of 15. You want a piece of this? I know things. The sunlight and ego are two aspects out of 15 of the third eye chakra. Ego is the sixth sense. Ego is the sixth sense. Because ego is a sense of self-importance. Ego protects you. Ego is what gives you the strength to lift cars off of your child. Ego is what'll stop you from going to the grocery store because there's a tree about to collapse in the middle of the road and you don't even notice way before you even leave out the house. Ego is a pure part of you that protects you from darkness in 6 different directions: above, below, internally, externally, and principally, good and evil, or morally, or mental and morally. Say that then. How about that? Well, the mental ain't evil though. It's just 2 more directions though. Moving forward, here. I got a few more names of things. So here, the 7 subtle bodies. First, what is a chakra though? A chakra is, in Indian thought, each of the centers of spiritual power. Spiritual power. Each of the centers of spiritual power in the human body, or the Homo sapien body, meaning the people of the world. Usually considered to be 7 in number. Usually considered to be 7 in number. Yeah, usually considered to be 7 in number, because in reality it's 114 chakras in total. So yeah, there's that. Spiritual power. What is spirit? 4 things. Spirit is the non-physical part of everybody, which is the seat, 1. Of emotions, 2. And character, 3. The soul, 4. All in 1. That's what a chakra is. The spiritual powers of people. People's spiritual power. So in other words, a chakra is literally your emotions and characters' abilities to do something. Because power is the ability to do something, yeah? So check it. Ego. Aspect of the 3rd eye chakra. 7 subtle bodies now of the chakras. Before I start talking too much again and the video get way too long. I really don't be wanting to make my videos long, yo. I really don't. It's just so much to talk about, you know? We're really like, human beings are everything positive. The sapien race, the soul race is everything positive. I'm trying to tell you. I know what the soul race is through and throughout. I'm one of them. But here, 7 subtle bodies. What the 3rd eye chakra aspect is called in the 7 subtle bodies is the cosmic body. Let me see. The 7 subtle bodies. Because I know the 7th one is called the nirvanic body, and the 7. No. These are the energy bodies I'm thinking of here. It's called the 3rd eye's aspect in the energy bodies hierarchy is called the cosmic body. Like I said, the stories y'all have on the true Yeshua are small, because Yeshua is in reality cosmic. He's cosmic. Yeah, he's infinite. But the thing is, the kind of infinite that the King of Kings is can be understood because he wants his infiniteness to be understood. The King of all kings wants his kind of infiniteness to be understood. He wants it to. I mean, he made you this way. Internally, he did. It's just there's something externally inside of the reality that he made, trying to orchestrate it all the way she wants it to be orchestrated. Time to accept the truth. But yeah, it's called the cosmic body and the energy bodies. The subtle bodies is called, if I can remember real quick. That's why I had my notes, I wish I had my notes and my foundation set up so all this information wouldn't keep slipping in my mind, because I want it to stay in there. I want the information to stay in my mind, but he'd be slipping, working a lot, and a lot of, no, you don't care, moving forward. Let me see. But here's I'm gonna just list off each of the hierarchies out of the 15. There's about 8 of them that I know of right now, including the elements and the senses now. Because the elements in the senses are more aspects of each of the chakras. So you got the 7 energy bodies, the 7 subtle bodies. You have the 7 aura bodies as well. Then you got the 7 planes of nature, the 7 planes of existence. That's 5 right there, 5 different aspect hierarchies. And then you have the 7 senses, Do your research on the Vishnu's weapon that he used within the stories of Hinduism. It's a long name. I should have looked at it before I even started the video, because I figured I was going to talk about it. But it's a weapon. It's a chakra weapon. It's another chakra aspect that's a part of the crown chakra. It's one of the crowns. It's the crown chakra sense. I'm telling you, that weapon is the crown chakra sense. That weapon, that Hinduism, that circle that Davantari had in the stories. I'm telling you, that right there is the crown chakra's sense right there. It's the 7th sense. Moving forward, Sixth one is the seventh senses, not the sixth senses or the five senses. It's the seven senses. We got seven senses. I'm telling you, we are incredible. And then the last one, or the seventh one, are the seven elements. Yeah, seven elements. Because the seventh element, or for the crown chakra, is spirit. And the sixth element for the third eye chakra is light, or the sun in the sky itself, or the stars, or any kind of natural light you can think of. My dear family, you're incredible. Time to embrace that. I just wanted to share those things with you, though. So just a full recap. 7 different hierarchies of chakra aspects. That's the fourth thing I wanted to tell you about. The 7 different hierarchies of chakra aspects. And the first 3 things I wanted to tell you about, some details, or a detail or 2 about the 6-dimensional thinking mind. The 6-dimensional thinking mind, not space, just thinking mind, or 6DTM. You see, some information about what ego really is. What ego really is. Spiritual defense. Ego is the 6th sense. That's what ego is, really. Spiritual defense. And also more information about the Merkaba and or Star of David and or that Israel double triangle stack sign. Because it's just 2 triangles stacked on top of each other. That's all it is. It's just 1 triangle pointing upward and 1 triangle pointing down. It looks like a 6-star symbol sign. But it's just 2 triangles. That's all it is. Just 2 triangles, 2 pyramids. One pyramid facing upwards and the other pyramid facing downwards. That's all it is. As above, so below. It's just, whenever you see that symbol, think of it this way now. That's how your third eye is protecting you from all evil. That's how you can see that symbol now. Yeah, I'm going to take that symbol and pervert it just like they did. Trying to took everything that we meant for good and perverted it for evil. That's what they try to do. David is the father of Solomon in the Bible. Solomon, the wisest man that ever lived, right? The one that prayed for wisdom. Yeah, that's what David is. And David is the one that made that star with the 6 angles. That stabs out all evil from trying to fly in. I think it's 8 stars. I think it's 8 sides though. Not just 6. I think it's 8 of them. I just believe we're stronger than everything we know. And everything our ancestors knew. I love us all, man. I really do. It's not blasphemy. It really ain't. It's enhancement. Ain't none of this blasphemy. This is all enhancement right here. I just enhanced you for 37 minutes and 39 seconds straight. I just spiritually enhanced you and lifted your spirits up for the past 37 minutes straight. I'm going to keep doing this like every day for 72 years. I really want you to win, humanity. Sapien race, soul race. Shalom, shalom, shalom. May these words reach you all within superior benevolence and all for superior grace. Peace, love, unity, and advancement forever, family.